Excellent. Thank you.
Yes.
Our meeting to order. It is 5:30 on the dot.
Mhm.
We have a quorum and I believe we're in compliance with open meeting law. Becky, did all the paperwork out? Yes, we're good. Excellent. You care to join me? We have a flag. Thank you very much. It's beautiful. Oh. There's too many flags over there. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right. We have only one person signed up for public comment, so Shirley, take it away.
Okay, Shirley Smith, resident of the city of Phillips. We've all had the experience of going to the grocery store looking for the foods we like. Everybody has many foods they like, some foods they dislike, and some people even have foods they're allergic to. But the responsibility for avoiding the foods you don't want for yourself and your family is on you. No one expects the grocery store to stop making these foods available to the rest of the people. Why is the idea of respecting everyone's freedom so easy for us to understand when it comes to groceries, and so hard for some people to understand when it comes to books? They seem to want to turn the Phillips Public Library into their church library. There is nothing Christian about the desire to restrict or even ban books. God gave man free will, and this group seems to believe that was a mistake. Their attempt to ban books from the adult section shows that this was never about protecting their children. It was always about an unholy desire to ruthlessly dominate other people. Jesus issued a gentle invitation to follow him, but from this group, it's do what we say or else we're going to get you. For a long time, that has taken the form of unwarranted attacks on the professionalism of the librarians. Shockingly, at the most recent county board meeting, one board member specifically brought up their dislike of the Phillips Public Library as their reason to delay setting the county's level of support for all the libraries in the county and objecting to its being set at more than the minimum level required by regulations. This will result in budget shortfalls at all of the libraries, which will have to be dealt with by reducing services to every library patron in Price County. They would rather see that than respect everyone's freedom to read. It is disturbing that that books are being challenged during banned book week. In a society that believes in liberty and justice for all, there should be no banned topics. There should be no banned books.
Thank you, Shirley. Did anyone else miss the sign-up sheet? Right there. Okay, communication correspondence. I believe you should all have received, was it 2 emails? 2 emails, yep. Let us know if you're missing any of that. Okay, minutes from the July 22nd meeting. Anyone have a chance to update some of the information that was missing? Particularly, I believe it was the roll call to return from closed session. I see that's been included. So I would be looking for a motion to approve. I'll make that open. Motion made by Becky Steinbach. I'll second the motion. Second by Brittany.
Becky seconded. Britt.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right. Any opposed? Say nay. All approved. I'll give you a moment to glance at the minutes from the August 29th meeting. Any comments or concerns?
I hadn't noticed this before, but I guess just the heading. Both and then July 22, 2024, unapproved second draft. Even though that's not what it is.
No, there is an August one.
Oh, we have two,
There's
Yeah.
two, yes.
Yes.
There's one on page 3 and one on page 9.
and we've got two of July 22nd and one of August.
Oh, did I put July 22nd in there twice?
Never mind, it's just.
Yeah.
Just the heading at the top of each page.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
We're looking for a motion to approve,
So move.
made by Jeff. Second,
Second.
Mark Peterson beat you to it, Mark.
Mark did it.
All in favor?
See.
Aye.
Bye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion carried. All right, treasurer's report,
Ooh.
Marshall third.
All right, there isn't anything dramatic, there's been no particular differences here, this is the normal deposits and payments, and all payments were in line with approved bill and monthly meetings. But the report that you have runs year to date through August. We will next month have to review our certificate of deposit, so that we do that in advance of its renewal in November. But no action on that is needed today, and this is just informational. If anybody's got any questions, happy to answer them, but there's nothing extraordinary to what's in here. It's hasn't gone up or down a whole lot, so haven't managed to get that vacation in the Caribbean yet.
Oh, yes, you did that wrong.
First, what was that CD's rate at?
It was at 5%. And my get from what I'm seeing at Prevail right now, it looks like 4.5 is probably what we'll be able to renew it. You got to go through and cancel it and then start it over again to get the promotional rate. If you just let it roll over, it'll be like, 1.1% or something. So that's why we got to talk about it.
That's what the bank wants to do. Get you the lower rate.
Yeah.
So you just check with the local banks here in town?
I haven't checked with anything other than Prevail.
No, I mean, but if, when you do check, it's just.
Right.
The local.
Right.
Any other questions or comments? All right, thank you to Bruce for your work. Director's report, I believe that's on page 18. Yeah. No, we don't have to take any action.
No, unless he puts that Caribbean.
You
Only
spotted.
Yeah.
Right, kind of a long one. We offered a tea of the month and we ran out, so it was a hit. We still had people coming to story time and Friday morning fun times. And I filled in for Linda while she was on vacation and I didn't have to do anything. It was all laid out for me. So that was amazing. That was really nice. So we are going to start Wacky Wednesdays, and ASP is after school program. They're gonna start coming here in October as well. So Wacky Wednesdays, and then the school is here on Thursdays. Every Thursday except the third Thursday of the month, I think. Yep. And we have painting sessions for adults and children in October. So if you guys want to paint, you should sign up because we require a sign up. We're revamping the 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten program. So as soon as that's done, we'll have an open house to relaunch it. I'm excited. It'll be cool.
Great idea.
Yes. We feel busy. We really do feel busy. To the point that now I've had a couple staff people go, whoa, are we busier? And I mean, the circ looks better. So yes, we are busier, but yeah, so it's frustrating, but we feel busier. We're gonna add card games and board games to the collection, and I think we are gonna house them in the library section, but so look out for that. And then I have been at the county board meetings for the last couple months, and we have been trying to ask them to give us more than the 70%. The rest of the libraries in the system are getting more than 70%. We didn't think that this was going to be quite the fight that it is, but they have not said no yet. And I am clinging to the fact that they haven't said no yet. They just keep asking for more information. So we are going to give them more information. And Jenny's having me look into something about the e-checkouts. We're not sure that we can get the numbers that we need for those, but we're trying. So we have a couple irons on the fire. We're going to work look at this, hopefully. Because I did plug in all of the numbers in the budget, and I'm not showing it to you tonight because it's depressing and because I can't afford the health insurance increase and the city can't either. So the city is looking at new health insurance. So I am sincerely hoping that it's not actually going to be a 30% increase, because at a 30% increase, if I don't touch anything else in our budget, I am $7,000 short. So anyways, but you guys will have to see the budget next month because we're gonna have to approve it. So you will see that. So just fingers crossed that they find better health insurance and that the county maybe gives us some more funding. So, yeah. Okay. All right. And, oh yeah, and then this is a separate.
Any questions for Becky regarding the report?
Yes. One quick question. Do we do any sort of keeping attendance in any way for like programming the library offers?
Yes.
And
And
okay, and have we been,
we report on it. So it gets reported on the annual report. That's another number that they don't do anything with. But yes, I have one more
Okay.
little announcement. And it's not on the written report because I got a phone call literally 25 minutes before this meeting. And I'm getting an award at WLA this year for intellectual freedom for fighting what we've been dealing with for the past 2 years. So I was nominated by my peers and selected by a group of people. So you can say you have an award-winning director.
Congratulations.
WLA, so Wisconsin Library Association. Yes.
very cool.
It's in November. It's the first week in November in Green Bay. So I know.
Would it be difficult in the report, in your director's report, to just say the event and how many people attended? You know, like we had a painting class and 16 people attended or something like that. I think that's kind of what Galen's maybe getting at a little. So
Oh,
we-
sure.
This annual report is all kind of forgotten about. and
Right.
If it just happened last month, then it's more current and you think about it more, you know, and then just kind of get a feel for things. and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
And you guys will help me remember to put those numbers in here. Perfect. Yeah, we have them.
Yes.
That would be hard. Sure.
Okay.
And I guess one other thing I wanted to kind of get at with that, although, yeah, I think including them in the monthly director's report and bringing a bit more attention to them that way would be a good idea. I'm wondering, do we have that information well, if we could also have like a historical comparison and just see, is program attendance going up, going down? Is the library serving more people on a regular basis through its programming? I'm thinking maybe that might be another thing alongside all of our efforts to improve circulation. But another thing that we can bring to the attention of county board and other organizations that we might hope to help out the library's budget.
Yeah, I'm doing that for them so you guys can see that too. I'm gonna pull all the numbers anyways. So cool.
Okay.
All right.
Yay.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
All right, and am I correct? We had no staff meeting minutes for this past month due to a variety of reasons.
Yes, we're meeting tomorrow morning. So,
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll see that next time.
yep.
Okay, circulation report. Graphs are on pages 19 and 20.
I mean, we're above the numbers for, oh, not quite. Where was I looking? Oh, from 2022, right? So July of 2023. Well, we're a little bit less than last year. I don't know, the system took a dip this month, but we took a smaller dip than some of the other places. This looks okay to me. I mean, I think overall, we seem to be kind of evening out and being a little bit higher than we were through 23, so. Yeah.
Any questions regarding circulation?
Nope.
Very good then. Update on Friends Group.
They had a meeting last Thursday and Krista is just going to make sure that Tuesdays will that you can find a volunteer for the third Tuesday of the next 3 months. What we want to try is opening this room up from 9 until 5 and saying we're going to take donations from 9 to 5. And then having a friends group member come in sometime in the afternoon and just sort them. And we sort into adult, children's, fiction and nonfiction. And then they requested a little sheet of like, what's the criteria for anything that they might want to run past me, if we're going to keep things and that sort of stuff. So hopefully the third Tuesday of the month for the next couple months, but we're not publicizing until she has volunteers to make sure.
Okay,
And that's,
and I assume that any board members who'd like to volunteer would be welcome.
yeah, that would be great. Yes. Please come, box books. Yes,
I would love that.
Thank you.
I know.
Are we leading up to a book sale? Or are we not
We
doing one in
do-
conjunction with the,
We're gonna do
Harvest
a cart of like new books for Harvest Festival, but we are not doing
okay,
a big one because we did a big one in the spring. So the next really big one that we're looking at is actually Harvest Fest next year. So hopefully we'll have all this to go. Yep.
all right. Good to know.
Mhm.
Time to talk about the bylaws. Did everyone receive their bylaws in the mail?
Yeah.
I got mine. Okay. Any concerns with what you found? I found a couple of typos. I did not think that was worth mailing them out again. It didn't change any content, just the way it looked on the paper slightly.
Unfortunately, on the last page, which is page 24 of our handout, section 3, regarding the further amendment of the bylaws, it was after affirmative vote at 2 consecutive regular meetings. We were gonna clarify that wasn't special.
And I do think it needs to be not just a majority. Isn't it supposed to be a 2/3 majority, or is it just a majority? Now that I look at that, I'm questioning.
There's nothing legally requiring one way or the other, that's their choice. What do we have?
Consecutive regular meetings.
Right.
It's supposed to
And whatever you guys, I mean, if we're fixing that, we might as well have the majority question, but I guess I didn't have it written any differently.
I don't remember what it was worded before.
No, well, yeah, before it was to be mailed out
Mhm.
10 days before.
Right, but as
So-
far as count of the majority.
Yeah,
required.
it was majority. The original was these bylaws may be amended at any regular meeting of the board by majority vote of all members.
Okay.
I had written notice about.
Okay,
Thank you.
so
It was
it's
majority.
just that majority, all board members, regardless of who was present, they still needed a majority, so we need
All
6 or
members.
more.
Correct.
All right,
Again, we did want to add 2 consecutive regular meetings.
Right.
So
So I just missed the regular.
we all missed it.
I know.
That's a Christie. Way to go, Eli, Christie. Sorry.
All right, so I'll mail these out again tomorrow, or can we just, okay, I'm not gonna.
What do you, legal persons, can we vote on this
I don't see
with
why not.
the
Adjustment.
adjustment of that language, or do we have to go through the process again?
I think we can vote on it.
Sure.
Bruce and Jeff, I know that was more experience with Robert's rules. And see.
It's not,
Yeah,
It's
it's a
not-
minor.
it's nothing new, it's something we all consented.
Yeah. Everybody just looking down.
All right then,
And then the adjustment will be in there next month, and we're gonna vote on them again next month anyways. Cause that's the new rule, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, we don't.
but it
need
wouldn't
to.
apply to this.
Oh, that's
vote necessarily, but I would like to see it, just as a confirmation, that
Okay,
it was adjusted.
okay.
So.
Well, we
looking
need
for-
a final copy with the new date on there as well.
Yes,
I'll make a motion to approve the bylaws as presented tonight and amended to include the addition of the word regular for 2 consecutive regular meetings in section 3 on page 24 of our packet.
I would second that motion.
that was Christine. Motion made by Bruce, second by Christie. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. Motion is carried. Thank you. All right, August 2024 bills.
Okay, so the only difference, and you can't even see it, is that I put in the Excel cost for the month before, which was $698 in some sense, which was $1.50 less than the month before. So the amount left for the year on the utilities is updated. So that's the only update. Okay. But everything else is exactly the same as what I said.
I was gonna ask you, now there was no bill this time for E.O. Johnson.
Right.
And are we not routinely now getting regular monthly bills? I forgot to ask you that. I know we got caught on a catch-up bill
Yeah.
last time. And so that we avoid that, let's just make sure that by next time we have two of them then.
I will make sure. Yes. I don't know why I don't have that yet, but yeah.
Motion we would be looking for, once everybody's satisfied, would be to pay bills in the amount of $4,204.17 above the line. And to authorize the payment below the line of $124.59. For the book depot bill that comes out. PW56.
I'm looking for a motion.
I'll move to pay both those.
Motion made by Mark. Mark B, or Mark with a K.
Yes.
Oh. Seconded by Mark Peterson.
See.
Mark with a C. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any opposed, say no. Motion carried.
Who was the second on that motion?
Mark Peterson.
Mark Pete. I get it
Yes.
now. Thank you.
Okay, I will explain number 2 under new business here. Several of you have received emails supposedly from me. They have my name on them. They are not from my email address. First of all, let me say, I appreciate all the positive responses to the help I supposedly asked for and never did. You were all very willing to help me with my errands or projects or whatever they were supposed to be. However, this situation brought to mind a difficulty with using our personal email addresses for library business, and I am interested in changing my email address for library purposes to something that is more official, that has the public library represented in that particular email address. And I'm wondering if I just do that on my own so that you see that and know that it's from me, or if we are all interested in having official email addresses that connect us to board business and don't interfere with our personal emails at all. Something to consider. I didn't want to go changing mine and then everybody else says, no, I want one too, and then I have to change it again. I'm interested in
Sure.
feedback.
Actually, this is a related thing. It occurred to me recently, I probably should mention to the board, but I made a new email address just for my board business because I was noticing I was missing a few board emails in between my primary regular email address. I'm probably a bit too generous with it, and I now get approximately 5 million like newsletters and like advertisements and everything every day. And board stuff was getting lost in between, so I just made myself a new Gmail that's first initial last name dot phillipspl@gmail.com. And I updated that with the library, and but yeah, in case anybody hadn't noticed yet, that's the new email address I'm using for board work, and that's how I've been keeping board stuff separate to make sure that I don't miss anything.
Sure.
Sounds like a good idea.
I'm fully.
If it makes you feel any better, when I was president, because our email addresses are public, the same thing happened. Becky was like, what do you need? And I went, absolutely nothing. That email is not even in my drafts. Like, look down farther and you'll see that like, it's not actually our email, so our emails are not. It's like, really get off.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know, whatever you guys want to do, that's fine, leave it.
Okay, so the
It'll
question
still
then,
happen.
the question then is, we could all just use the format Galen just described and take care of this on our own, or we could officially vote on a particular.
I think we vote on a different format from Galen.
Yeah,
because
just
it's
Galen.
just-
Sure. Fair enough. It's all right. I'll claim it with pride. I was the one who had the idea first.
There you go. And that also allows us to have official looking emails for the website rather than having all our personal contact information up there, which I think is safer.
Galen, can you restate your?
Yes, please.
Yeah, what I do is first initial, last name, Phillips PL@gmail.com.
Does everyone use Gmail?
Everyone except for me, because the library system moved us to Outlook however many years ago, and I don't plan, I have 2 personal email addresses, so
But you already have a, what, city one or a library? one?
it's a library one, so it's through IFLS. So
Oh,
as long as this isn't a thing going forwards, I'm not gonna make another one. But you guys should just use email and Gmail and just know that if you throw it, if you throw it in the G cloud, whatever they call it, I can't access it, whatever they.
So thank you.
You know what I mean?
If you need
Not
to
the
send a
Outlook
document
Right,
to
Google Drive,
Becky
thank you.
through Google, you need to
Google
make it
Drive.
into a PDF. So
Right.
that she can see it, otherwise
Exactly.
it doesn't translate well to her email service.
Right.
Excellent.
And that hasn't been an issue, whatever, and if we decide to change it going forward, I'll make one, but I don't want to
Alright.
make it tonight.
If we are doing this individually, I don't think we necessarily need to vote on it. I would just encourage you all to consider making this change for official purposes. Then you all know. And I know it's easier to recognize official emails from one another if it actually is tagged in
And
this
then
way.
email me from your new account when you create it, that'd be perfect, and then you'll know
Yes.
that it's working, and I'll send them something back, and then we'll update it on the website.
Right.
And that's first initial, last name,
I've seen the new one already.
yes, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
so if you have a question,
Yeah.
you can look at Galen's address
Okay.
on emails that you have received.
Follow.
First, last.
Follow the leader.
Just this one.
Okay, thanks, Galen. All
Sure
right.
thing, definitely.
That handles number 2.
There we go.
Number 3. Under new business is the library donation policy. Before Becky gets into this, I will say that there's a bit of confusion because about a year ago, the board adopted a new or an updated donation policy. And it was supposed to have been borrowed into the collection development document, which is what we have in our packet.
Is this not it?
No.
Oh,
So I have a copy, but I thought, Chrissy, did you get, okay, Chrissy has enough for everyone.
right.
So
I was wondering, we did this during COVID, and half of it was done on this computer and half was done on the other one, and I think it just got. Yeah,
So-
so good, okay.
So I also have a copy of the minutes where this was adopted.
And it's my handwriting on the top, it's not official.
In case anyone needs it. So this paper that Chrissy just passed out is from, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm assuming you pulled this from the PDF that
Yeah.
Becky attached to the meeting information that was then voted on in the
July meeting, which was held
well,
August
August 1st, 2023, this was adopted. What is missing from the bottom of this, which makes sense because this is the actual policy that we revised that day, was that this was on the bottom of our working copy, which states instead of having a separate donation policy, we should use an approved version of this update to update section E, gifts and donations in the collection development. It was. It sounded more exciting than what I was saying. Having the information stated in two different ways in two different documents seems inconsistent and undesirable. And this new policy updated our stance on a variety of types and purposes of donations. So we meant to put this in place of section E, gifts and donations in the collection development policy.
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah, I'll have to send this to you, Galen.
Oh,
okay, yeah,
I'm sorry,
I
Galen.
guess.
Send you the other stuff. You could probably screenshot it, send a picture to them right now if you really want. Or I mean, take a picture of it and.
So because of
Sure.
confusion and the fact that Chrissy did not find it in her email until it was too late to send it digitally to everybody, I'm suggesting that we take the next month to look over it and see if we need to make any updates or changes. Becky, consider this rather than what's in the collection development policy and come back with any requests for us to tweak this now that we've had a year to use it, see what needs updating from this document rather than what's in the collection development.
Yes, that would be great.
Can I so actively ask a question? Midway through, when we're talking about donations intended for circulation, it's a sentence that has underlined where it just says donors are encouraged to speak with the director before purchasing material. I think going back to last meeting, there was discussion about reviewing it digitally, reviewing it in person and such. So that would be something for us to think about how they should. If this provision were to say how you would like them to approach you on that in advance.
Oh, sure.
Cause I know the new proposal was they would not be returned. So I was just curious if we're gonna have a preview period and they could be returned or if it's straight.
Well, right.
Yeah.
And we've never,
Proactively thinking ahead
right.
for clarification.
And I'll have to look, because we've always said that once you gave it to the library, it was the library's and we weren't gonna give it back to you regardless. So if you donated it and we didn't put it in the collection, the expectation was that it would go into the book sale. And
Which
we've
that
deviated a
works
little
for
bit from that.
the
And
thought.
so I'll look through this. I don't necessarily think that we need any tweaks. I just think everybody needs to know what's going on and we need to be
Mhm.
enforcing it a little bit better because
Right.
it's just gotten.
And this needs to be,
Yeah.
whatever our final version of this is, needs to be publicly
Right.
posted, probably in the library and on our digital platforms, so
Right.
that it's quite clear to everyone what the expectation is.
Right.
And then we can add, like we do after the bylaws, a date when it was maybe passed and.
Right.
Sure.
Current policy. Like I said, I think this is what I found is the most recent policy. But
No,
if
I think it
there's
is.
A different version. by all means.
Right, and Becky, make sure you check your documents, because this was the version that was sent out in the packet.
In
Sure. It
It
anticipation of the meeting.
matches what I'm finding in the minutes
Sure.
and what was approved, but just to be on the safe side, make sure that you don't have a more updated version that we need
Somewhere
rather
else.
than this one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
sounds good.
What was the date that we thought this was approved? 8/1?
8/1,
One.
Yes.
Was the July?
which is, yes, the July meeting.
I have in my,
These were the minutes.
I say my handwritten notes on that sheet in my binder, I wrote approved.
Right,
But I didn't handwrite any other updates, but there could have been.
Right.
right.
Yep.
I didn't see anything more current than.
No, I don't think
Yes.
there is anything more current
Okay.
than this. All right.
All right, so do we need a motion to revisit this next month?
Would we do it to proactively address any concerns that Becky may have after review? Would you like us to address that, Becky?
Well, I mean, I think we need to approve it, put in there,
The sheet, you're saying?
I mean, are you saying? I mean, we should put it on the agenda again next month,
Okay,
correct?
that's what.
Yeah, right?
All right.
But I guess in July, in the July meeting, was already, is there a motion to do that, or was it just a discussion?
No, okay, so the motion in the minutes from last year's August 1st meeting, which is the July meeting from last year.
Oh, I see. So you're asking if I don't
Yes.
need any changes. Okay, so I'll put it on the agenda if I think we need changes, or if you guys have concerns.
Put it
Yeah,
on the
just put it on the
agenda,
agenda.
Yeah.
because we've got two conflicting policies.
Right,
We've got a collection development policy, which includes gifts and donations. We've got a donation policy, which we intended to have incorporated in here,
Right.
but
right.
obviously there's enough that
What's,
didn't make it in here, so.
Right,
let's-
Okay.
Was approved, so,
Mhm.
but just obviously.
can I ask,
right.
what is the conflict between the donation policy and the collection development policy?
There isn't any. It was just supposed to be updated in the collection development policy, and I don't have that document. So we're just gonna make that document and bring it to the meeting next month, and if I think there's something that needs to be tweaked, we'll tweak it. If anybody else sees something that wants to be tweaked, we'll tweak it, otherwise we'll just approve it again.
Okay, so I'm looking for a
Okay.
motion to revisit the donation policy and its incorporation into the collection development policy officially next meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Becky Steinbach,
I'll second it.
second by Bruce. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. Motion carried. And I apologize for the lack of heads up, Becky, really.
No, I apologize, it wasn't in there.
I had to do a lot of searching to find it, and Christy.
I found it finally this morning.
Yes,
No, it's all good.
appreciate that. Okay, number 4, challenged books. Before we get into this discussion, I would like to just float a proposal. I have been working very hard over the last few weeks, specifically this last week, to grapple with a lot of difficult ideas and community concerns regarding not just these 2 books, but our library in general. And I had an aha moment about 36 hours ago that I think would really help us going forward. Help us not just to resolve these 2 books, but also to hopefully minimize, if not eliminate, further book challenges. I am in the midst of seeking professional feedback about this idea. I want to make sure it doesn't land us in any kind of legal quagmire. It is technically a separate issue than these 2 books themselves. However, I think our decision about this idea, which I know I'm being vague about, would have a bearing on the books, these books that are up for discussion. So I think we have two options as I see it. If you are willing to trust me and bear with me to push off the decision on these 2 books for 2 meetings, then next meeting I will bring to you my results and findings and make some proposals and allow for feedback and tweaking, which then over the next month, we can bring a more formal proposal for your voting, and then deal with the 2 books after that vote is taken. That is what I'm asking. If that's uncomfortable or you'd rather not do that, we can certainly discuss the books tonight and make a decision on those, and I will bring up the proposal next month independently, and we can deal with them as 2 different topics. But that is what I'm asking.
If you have an idea cooking in your head that has any possibility of not having to get into a knockdown brawl over these 2 books tonight, I think it sounds like an awesome idea.
I know I'm asking a lot,
I think,
not giving details.
I know, I'm like, you're like, choose door number 1, but I'm not gonna tell you.
I'm sorry.
Let's make it.
If it were just a matter of sharing an idea with you, I'd be happy to do that. But because I am concerned about just a hint of a legal issue, I don't want to get into those weeds until I have some answers back.
You don't want to give us false hope.
Something like that.
False.
I don't have to present a half-baked idea tonight and then a month from now say, oh, no, really, it needs to be this way. That's what I try to do.
I agree with Bruce.
I think,
Go ahead, go ahead.
Go ahead, Gail.
sorry, I wanted to let conversation on this conclude. But I think if we're going to do something like this, there should be a motion.
Absolutely. Not just a consensus. So if anyone cares to make a motion either way, to reject my proposal and move ahead, that's perfectly fine. To accept my request and push off the vote on the books for 2 meetings until I can bring a proposal in the meantime. Either one is just fine.
I'm not sure this is the proper procedure, but I'll make a motion to table this item on the challenged titles until you have had an opportunity to present your other suggestion, presumably 2 months. But I don't have a problem with it not being 2 months. I'd prefer it to be tied to your presentation
Okay.
and our potential action such a process.
So Bruce, can you word that for
Sure.
Galen?
For Galen, I'll make a motion to table the challenge, vote, the action, I'm sorry, discussion and action on the 2 challenged titles pending Jenny's presentation of I guess I'll call it what, a procedure for review of challenge materials or
No, just
what would you want to call
for a change. That's a good question.
it? Presentation of an alternative approach to challenge
There
materials,
you go.
for lack of anything better.
That sounds great.
No one's itching to talk about the titles tonight. I would second that motion.
We certainly don't want to shut anyone down.
Yeah, if someone wants to talk.
Well, it sounds like there's a concern about some legal concern here, okay?
Right.
Tiny
And
bit. I'm just
well,
looking for
I'm
professional
kind of wondering
feedback.
here as a board member
Mhm.
and then also as a representative of the city,
Mhm.
as far as how any type of lawsuit would affect all of us as board members.
Oh, sure.
And also as, from the city standpoint, if we're gonna get dragged into this basically. And Bruce, I don't know from your experience as city attorney, if you have any thoughts on that, should I be asking Bryce, our current city attorney, about this, or?
My guess would be that whatever Jenny is thinking about proposing, my guess is that that's something that, yes, it's gonna have to go past the city attorney as well. But I'm thinking at the moment, it doesn't sound like you have this quite in enough of a shape to be able to talk to all of us about it or present it yet. But I think.
Sure, it would definitely be,
So when you do, maybe it'd be best if you did contact Bryce.
certainly.
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's all. Then I say, yeah.
I really don't anticipate a legal problem. I'm just crossing.
So Jenny
I's
is
and
looking
dotting
at
I's.
doing preemptive legal research into your idea.
Correct.
And then if it meets with board approval and we like it, then we can also get city council
Absolutely,
to approve.
absolutely.
A more formal opinion.
Mhm.
Shoot, I really wish we had document that I was looking for. Becky or anyone else, do we have our challenge procedure and like the challenge form instructions that we give to members of the public handy?
Collection.
Yeah, it's in the collection development policy,
It's page 31 of the
So,
material.
page 31. Yeah.
I looked into that, Galen, and as far as I can tell, we would not be violating our policy by choosing to put off a decision. The policy just states that it would need to come before the board, but not that the board would have to make an immediate decision on the books. But if there is a concern there, then that would be a reason to not go ahead with this plan.
Right, that kind of is my concern. As we said at last month's meeting, we are going to decide this challenge the following month, or at least that was my understanding. And potentially reforming our challenge process or other things I'm not necessarily opposed to, but I think that since we have a challenge process that was in place when these titles were challenged to begin with, it would be kind of like changing the, for lack of a better way to put it, it would be changing the rules of the game halfway through a match.
I
Is
understand
what
that
I would be.
concern. Galen, I'm not proposing a change to the challenge policy or procedure. I'm working on a new idea that hopefully will affect how we feel about the challenges, but it would be independent from this procedure.
So by taking,
Okay.
so by taking action to table it, we are taking action.
Correct,
We have not made a decision.
correct.
We're also not proposing to change the collection development policy challenge procedure
Correct.
itself.
No.
Okay. All right.
So
Aside from the fact that the secrecy is making my skin itch.
It is, I can't.
I know,
No,
I mean, I don't.
You
I
think-
really
to anxious
I
people.
really think everybody will
Okay.
really like this idea.
But I mean, Galen, not to like be like, it doesn't matter, and they thought we were gonna do it tonight, but I don't think that the person who challenged these books is going to be upset with the fact that we're putting this off for a couple months. They stay available while they're in
And
limbo.
for that matter, it gives more
anyways.
time for board review and they don't have to be kept in great quantities behind
Right,
the desk because individual board members can check them out at will.
right. So,
So we have a motion, Christie, is that actually a second? Are
I
you
will-
thinking about it?
Yep, I will.
Second made by Christie. Please do not feel at all coerced. I'm happy with however this turns out. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. Motion is
I'm
carried.
abstaining.
That's just fine.
so do I need to
Yep.
put anything on the agenda yet? Or you can tell me later.
Yeah.
I will definitely tell you later.
I did it.
Well, I just realized I sent you the agenda anyways, so.
Okay, okay. All right, then we are ready for number 5. This
I'll make a
requires,
Make it also.
go right ahead first.
Oh, I was gonna say, I would make a motion to adjourn closed session, so to exempt from Wisconsin statute 1925. 1C, considering employment promotion, compensation, performance, evaluation data of any public employee or which body has jurisdiction or exercise responsibility. How's that? I direct them to you. And it has to be a roll call vote.
Yes, it does. So Galen, that motion was made by Bruce, second by Mark B. You may
Bruce's
proceed with the roll
motion.
call vote as soon as you're ready.
Second. Mark Peterson, 1 second. And actually, this will be a good time for me to, I just realized I never double checked who all was present at tonight's meeting. So I'll read down my list of people and you tell me if they're not present. But yeah, to do the roll call, Galen votes yes. Mark Bruskevich,
Yes.
yes. Jeff Ball,
Yes.
yes. Meredith Heckman,
Yes.
excellent. Jennifer Markle,
Yeah.
perfect. Bruce Marshall,
Yes.
Mark Peterson,
Yes.
Christy Spear,
Yes.
Rebecca Steinbach,
Yes.
and Brittany Weisrock.
Yes.
And did I miss anyone?
So Brian's missing tonight. He's the only
Right.
one who's absent.
Of course.
Get Meredith by Zoom?
Because-
Yeah, okay.
He did it.
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna stop you.
Remember, 617. Thank you very
6:17.
much.
Thank you, Bruce. Okay, we are back in closed session.
Open.
Open session. Thank you. Just kidding. That was the wrong word. I did not personally see any questions.
Neither did I.
No, I don't think I did.
So we went from number 5 to number 8. That's funny.
Oh, wow.
All right. New business to add to the agenda for next meeting. I will inform you all as to my idea at the next meeting, certainly, and I will get with Becky closer to the time and make sure she knows how to word that on the agenda.
And also the new committee that we were talking about.
Yes.
Financial committee. Subcommittee.
The CD renewal and the
Yes.
donation policy again if needed.
Right. At the very least, we need to see the
Right.
collection development policy with that incorporated, even if it has no other updates or changes.
So who is actually on this budget committee, or is that yet to be?
Yet to be determined, although
Sort that out.
I have. You could probably do.
Careful, Mark.
Your financial background. Any other new business? Very good.
Hmm.
Date and time for our next meeting.
So the last Thursday in October is Halloween. I don't want to do it on Halloween.
No.
So can we please do it on the 24th instead?
Is that the week prior?
That's the
So
week
on a
prior on
Thursday?
Thursday.
What is it?
The 24th, the
24th.
the Thursday before. Halloween, the Thursday, the day before sectionals.
Okay.
Oh, unfortunately, that is.
Does that sound okay to most people?
24th works for me.
That should work for me. Going.
People are checking.
Yep.
Give me
Yeah.
a moment.
Becky, you and I have an open public library board meeting. That
At
afternoon.
2, right?
Yeah, plenty of time.
We should be back.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for that.
Yep.
That's one of the dots. I think so.
All right, sounds like a consensus. If,
Sounds good.
we'll go with that 24th at 5:30 in the library community room.
Right.
And we're ready to entertain a motion to adjourn.
Happy to.
Brittany is making a motion to adjourn.
And it's happy to.
And Jeff, the second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. And we'll, yeah.
Anybody opposed? You're sticking around, you're cleaning the room.
Yeah, have fun. Turn off the lights when you leave.
Oh, thank you. Hey, Mark, we're just-
I know.
You are in.
Great. Thanks, Galen.
Yep, thank you. See ya.
Bye.
We're gonna be on the.
What's the time you have on your computer?
6:37.
Yes,
Agenda
6:37.
For the regular committee meeting.
Good night, Galen.